Have you ever wondered how to tap into passion and unlimited enthusiasm? In this video, I'll share the secrets to living in this space. It all starts with a decision. Decide that you will live this way. So the first step after you've made the decision that you're going to live passionately, enthusiastically, is brainstorm. So you know the rules of brainstorm. Take out a sheet of paper, blank sheet of paper, set aside some time, quiet space where you can really focus and brainstorm what would you do if money were no object. So that's what you put at the top of the page. What would you do if money were no object? In other words, you didn't have to worry about paying bills or rent or food or anything. Just what would you do? How would you spend your time if money were no object? What brings you joy? Think about that. What brings you joy? And it requires you to really kind of get out of current state mindset. That's why I say brainstorm in a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. And these are little prompts. What brings you joy? What are you doing or what have you done when you just are on fire? When you're like, oh my gosh, this is what it's all about for me. I think about, for me, I used to own a wine store. So when I would have wine tasting classes, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed teaching people about wine and seeing, the light bulb go off so they understand and they got some new revelation about wine and how it can really benefit them. So that's an example. So what are you doing? What have you done when you are on fire? And then once you've got a list of those things, and you may take a half hour, you may have a bunch of things. What you want to do is take that list and go through and do a heat check on them. Go through and say, okay, does this really bring me joy? And, ask yourself again, is this what I would do if money were no object? And remember, you always have to have action because you don't want to, some people say, well, I just sit around and watch TV. No, you wouldn't. That's going to get old real easily, real quickly. So you've got to really come up with some, you got to be serious about this. What would you do? And there may be things when you're brainstorming that don't make any sense. When you first list them, you're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. It's okay. Just write it down. Because when you go back through your list, then you're going to fine tune those things. And by doing this thoughtfully, you're going to really come up with those things that you're passionate and enthusiastic about. Okay, and now what you want to do is take those things and list some repetitive actions or habits you're going to create to reinforce your passion and enthusiasm. So this is an active step. What habits, what repetitive actions are you going to create? Because that's what it's all about. Every time I talk about these change things for any person, what you're doing is you're changing your subconscious mind. You're changing your subconscious programming, the stories, the repetitive stories that have driven everything in your life. So consciously, you're not going to automatically adopt these things. You've got to just use the repetition and create habits so these things will slowly be adopted by your unconscious, your subconscious mind. And pretty soon, after you've told that mind that this is how you're going to be, one day it'll say, okay, he keeps spelling, she keeps telling me this, so I guess I'm going to adopt it. And then after you do that, you want to declare it to the world. Such a big step, because when you declare it to the world, to people that you love and trust and that love and trust you, that's a big step because you're putting yourself out there. It isn't just in your head now. You're sharing it with the world. And that is such a big step. I know it's always been a big step for me, so I'm sure it'll be a big step for you. So you've got the process. Let's go forward with passion and enthusiasm. Subscribe with the notification bell to receive regular updates. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to see more like this and comment down below. This can be with questions or answers to a question you ask. And we will see you next time on this amazing journey from isolation to community, where the next step is freedom.